Welcome and salutations to the wonderful sadhakas, shrotas, jignasus, mumukshus, shishyas and bhaktas, and the dharma samsthapakas, loka sevakas. Consciously remember the Parabrahma Tattva salutations. Consciously remember the Ishvara Tattva salutations and the prayers. Salutations with conscious mind to all the devatas again. Prayers to be with us all the time. Conscious remembrances and salutations to the Guru Tattva, the entire Guru Parampara, our own Swaguru Swacharyas, requesting them to keep on guiding us and empowering us. Conscious remembrance with gratefulness of all Shruti, Smruti, Purana, Itihasa, Mahatma Sandesha Rupi, Shastras, Shruti Mata. Again prayers to her. Hey Mother, Shrutam me Gopaya. What we have heard, studied, may it remain in us all the time and keep on protecting us and keep on the path of sadhana. Shrutam me ma prahasihi. May Shrutam ma prahasihi. Whatever has heard by us may not leave us and go. May that knowledge always remain with us. Having saluted, 2 minutes discussion today before we do the last two mantras of the Upanishad is what? Always remember, there is always the uncontrollable, inevitable track of prarabdha goes on happening in our life every moment. And we as a human beings are not necessarily complete a victim of that. We are given all other abilities and faculties with which we can and we must start the another track, the track of the Purushartha. Let the track of the Prarabdha bring whatever it brings into our life. But let us, with all our abilities, increased commitments and practices in small little doses, let us travel in the path of or track of Purushartha. The track of Prarabdha will always be at the Upadhis level. Even the track of Purushartha, to begin with, at the Purushartha level, at the Upadhis level only. And Upadhi level Purushartha means trying to master all the faculties of Sharira, Indriya, Prana, Mana, Buddhi, Aham, and also the track of Prarabdha when it is making the vasanas express as the agitations in the mind, forcing us to act outside. Our Purushartha should be such that the positive Shuddha vasanas are, samskaras are continuously made in us. So, because of the past, the Ashuddha samskaras were there, vasanas were there, they are exhausting by expressing at our antakarana level and bringing various thought modifications, so too various experiences from the outer world. Let it have its own track. Let us first recognize that we are human beings given with the Purushartha Samarthya. Having recognized it, let us also, through study of Shastra, recognize what are the Purusharthas that we have to do. Purusharthas means sadhanas to reach to the ultimate goal. Let us focus more on the Purushartha that can be done with all commitments, disciplines, anushtana, than too much worrying, brooding about the prarabdha bringing variety of experiences throughout the day. For example, that day the whole mind is full of letharginess, laziness. It is there because of the prarabdha. Let it go on. At the same time, my purushartha is, in spite of that, let me do my japa, my puja. Puja japa may not be 100% perfect that day because of extreme sleepiness, lethargy. Doesn't matter. But I trained myself to stick to the purushartha which I have chosen to do, which is given to me. Another day, so many of the agitations in the mind, tensions, restlessnesses, prarabdha. Let have it have its own track, isn't it? Let us do our track of Purushartha. Yeah, even this day also. Purushartha may not be 100% up to the mark, but we have succeeded in trying to commit to the Purushartha, which we have decided or given to us. So, to another day, lot of invitations are there, guests are there, obligations are there. They are also prarabdha. Let them be there. At the same time, to the maximum possible level, let us stick to our purusharth. Like if that invitation is there for you at morning 8 o'clock, get up at 4, finish the anushtanams of purushartha, then go. Or you have gone to function is over by 10. Many of the other gupchup is going on from 10 to 1, 2 o'clock. You be there for 10 minutes, more than that, 9. Then you tell them कि I have to attend another person's 22nd marriage. ऐसा करके you come back and do your purusharth. Just like how much ever the tragic, comic, emotional situations are there in our life, we don't miss our food, we don't miss our nidra, we don't miss our watching the cell phone, we don't miss all the messages. करते रहते हैं। शमशान घाट में भी जाकर ऐसे व्हाट्सएप देखते हैं लोग, है ना? Gone to attend to somebody's funeral, but they are busy in the phone. So, but means what? प्रारब्ध का ट्रैक चलता हुआ पुरुषार्थ ट्रैक हम कर सकते हैं. Recognizing this is first step. Then realizing it is second step. What level we have to reach to is through us consciously with full effort. The purushartha is going on happening and prarabdha taking its own course. To such an extent that even Yamaraj has come and taking us, he let him put the noose on our neck and take, you do your japa, Om Yamaya Namaha, or any of the upasana, whatever we are doing. Human life is not only to suffer prarabdha, most of us go through that only. Human life is to make a beautiful, glorious future life through our purushartha. We being the pure spiritual sadhakas. For us, Purushartha means only pure spiritual sadhana we talked about. The other things can be your upasanas, your values, your professional skills development, other required talents developed to succeed in the world. They are all for the youngsters. Those who want to succeed in life, outer and establish. You and I don't need that. For us, the Purushartha means only our sadhanas. Headache, let it go on. We'll do our upasana and japa, whatever. Stomach pain, टैबलेट ले लो, करते रहो. देखो कितना कर सकते हैं, कितना इंटेंसली डीपली परफेक्टली कर सकते हैं, इज ऑलवेज सेकेंडरी. करने का कोशिश, the effort to do is primary. In that effort, 2% achieved also achievement, 5% achieved achievement, sometimes 1% only, doesn't matter. We have done our job well. Generally, what happens? We look for excuses to avoid. First of all, we don't recognize that we are given the Purushartha Samarthya, and these are the Purushartha sadhanas that have to be done. First of all, ये clarity नहीं है हमको, होना चाहिए. होने के बाद never ever be compromised with them for any of the prarabdhas. One is the prarabdha coming, second is within that only the temptations come to do something other than spirituality, which has the tendency to create the future prarabdha, which is called agami karma, isn't it? So the agami को तो जितना हो सके उतना जीरो कर ही देना, but prarabdha you can't avoid. So at that time, this is the way. Sometimes you couldn't come back by 10 o'clock in the night. 10 to 12 अपना अनुष्ठान करके सोना. 2 बज 11 तब भी, isn't it? In this way, when we maintain our track of doing Purusharthas all the time, slowly we get puckered in our life of taking our life into our hands and managing. Once that is done, then the more deeper details, intricacies as to how each of the personality has to be mastered, etc. Each of the minute things we can work out. In that, you have the list of 1,000 things in front. Whether you talk it in the yoga bhasha, chalo, let me master now the yama sadhanas, 5 of them. Niyama, 5 of them. Let me have the asana siddhi. Dekho, once the purushartha doing capacity is developed, how many of the purusharthas systematically done? Isn't it? पूरा साधना वही तो है ना, हमको पुरुषार्थ करने का पकड़ना है हमको. Then in that Purushartha in Yoga Bhasha, Uttamadhikari, Madhyamadhikari, Mandadhikari, whatever we are doing them. In the Bhakti Marga, the Purusharthas, let me master Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam. So one by one we have lot of Purusharthas that can be mastered. In Jnana Marga, the qualificational mastery. Viveka, let me be established in it. So this 1 month, I'll only do the Nitya Nitya Viveka 1,000 times, 1 lakh times, million times, till my mind is totally drowned or exhausted or fully equipped with knowing that only the truth Brahman is real, everything is Mithya, Anitya. Isn't it? Then 1 month, I will be established only in Vairagya. I'll just try all means to be in that Vairagya. Permanent fear. In the same way, Shamadama Uparamadi, Titiksha. Then the mastery of Shravana, mastery of Manana, Nididhyasana. Isn't it? So let us focus on these positive possibilities. Even to realize all that, again, very terrible parabdha has to exhaust also, and then our minimum done prayers should slowly become good quantity for the Lord Guru to bless us. चलो इसका भी प्रेयर का कोटा अच्छा हुआ है. Now let us give him the sattva guna. Let us give him the thinking that there is a Purushartha track that can be taken in the hands. So let us bless him with the clarity of planning his Purushartha. Let us bless him with the commitment for following the Purushartha. Let us also give them the conveniences to do Purushartha. This is how the Lord, the Gurus, they bless us. When our prayers are intense, genuine and honest for the spiritual sadhana named Purushartha, which we have to do. Then through that slowly they only will give us the Sattva Guna, the Shuddha Sattva Guna. Then the Bhumikas of the Chitta. Right now our Chitta Bhumika is in Mudha or Kshipta. Mood is sleepy. Kshipta means pata nahi kidhar hai. Awakened but not here. And where has it gone? We don't know. Right now, are you listening? Am I talking? Mouth is talking. How much my chitta is aware of what I am talking? Isn't it? Out of adat, I may go on speaking. It's a machine. मशीन को ऑन किया अपने आप काम करता रहता है. You can be anywhere. Isn't it? So where is the chitta? क्षिप्त भूमिका में रहता है. मूढ़ और क्षिप्त. Bringing it to Vikshipta itself is a great achievement. So, by grace of God, when our prayers are intense, they give us those awarenesses, sadhanas, doing which the Vikshipta sthiti we reached, where mind is in our control, but again and again going, and we are aware of its going also, we are struggling to bring it back. This is called as Vikshipta Bhumika Sthiti of the Chitta. When this is again relentlessly we are doing, again with the prayers to the God Guru, which we are doing right now also, through their prayers, then slowly, maybe one life, 2 lives, or 10 years, 20 years, we don't know, the Ekagra Bhumika they give. The danger is what? With this Ekagra Bhumika, we can be very highly successful in the worldly affairs also. But that's not the goal for which this Ekagrata, this smartness, this intelligence, this awareness are given. With an Ekagra Bhumika, again, our Adhyatmic sadhanas of bhakti or jnana or the yoga. Our Purusharthas are, this is to be taken into the hands consciously, go on doing. And well planned, well designed schedule of the day, strictly sticking to that at every cost, trying to do them as intensely as possible. More than all that, what we miss as spiritual seekers because of some misunderstanding is the aggression, isn't it? How much aggressive we have to be in our fulfilling the commitment of doing the Purushartha. That any of the mind suggestions or the worldly obligations are not overpowering our sadhana. We can learn this from our Puja Gurudev. In his whole life, he was so aggressive. In order that none of the excuses, postponements, lethargies overpower him in his work. Many Mahatmas have great ideas to do the work. But then कल करांगे परसों करांगे जल्दी क्या है the Mahatmas intention is perfect but the aggression is not there, therefore the work doesn't happen. Gurudev was not like, he was so aggressive he deliberately will plan his 3 years of itinerary so that 3 years are booked. The mind cannot ask for any other alternative entertainments or relaxation etc. जैसे आजकल के गुरु 1 हफ्ता प्रवचन करेंगे फिर 2-3 हफ्ते छुट्टी लेंगे. अब क्या करेंगे उस समय भगवान जाने. साधना मतलब लोक सेवा तो नहीं हो रहा है. गुरुदेव जी itinerary was full. Anywhere in a year's time there is 1 week if at all, when he has become so elderly and body not cooperating, 1 week retreat. In that retreat he will write the books, he will write the articles, he will plan for the organizational work. Retreat only a withdrawal from the vocal talk, but the work is more vigorous and intense. Wonderful, that aggressiveness is the one which is when there, like Hinduism also. Now little aggressive, therefore we are getting our temples back at least. But it's not enough. More aggressive to change the whole constitution. More aggressive to declare the country as Hindu nation. That's it. Our is Hindu nation. How dare anybody say no? The whole world is Hindu only first of all. Where from these other fellows came? बाद में तो आए हो. पहले कौन थे? Isn't it? The aggression when it is there. Negative people also aggressively do, therefore they succeed. Therefore the mantra for success is aggressiveness. But negative or positive, again it is subjective. So in our life also, दैट अग्रेसिवनेस, सुबह उठना है तो अग्रेसिवनेस, उपवास करना है उस दिन अग्रेसिव, मर जाऊंगा मैं, कोई वो नहीं देखेंगे क्या होगा, टीवी नहीं देखना है 2 सेकंड के लिए, अग्रेसिव रहना पड़ेगा. Isn't it? 1 week Maunam, aggressive. This book I want to complete in 10 days time. But book is big, it takes 4 hours. Aggressive, I will do that. You understand? ये हम नहीं कर रहे हैं, हम कमजोर हैं बहुत, इसलिए जोर कम है in our sadhana. So, one is the Prarabdha track, second is the Purushartha track. Prarabdha track is not in our control. What time, what will come and happen, we don't know. Any day, no, the son will disturb, the daughter will disturb, the grandchildren will disturb, then the friends, the neighbors disturb means something happens because of which we have to attend to them. Then everyone, to every one of them, if he 100% totally involved, then when will we do sadhana? कभी नहीं होगा, हजारों जन्म में भी. इसलिए we have to make our own Purushartha track, like you are doing now. The Purushartha track of morning, evening classes. And it has to become deep, intense, productive, etc., etc. Those finer tunings which are endless, we have to go on doing them. In that way, when the Lord blesses us with right understanding, may we evolve in our life. Om, Om, Om. ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं. यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधा जलधे महितोपनिषत् कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः. श्री ऐतरेय उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. सर्वेषां तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्तं ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः साधनानां शास्त्राणां मुक्तिमार्गाणां पुनरुत्थानजागरण समस्त विश्वव्याप्तिद्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति शांति कल्याण एकता पुरोभिवृद्धि द्वारा समस्त विश्व पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापनकार्ये कङ्कणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां संस्थानामाश्रमाणां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां साधकभक्तसेवकशिष्याणां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधना प्राप्ति बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलना प्रेरणा उत्साह प्राप्ति द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेकानेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री ऋग्वेदांतर्गत ऐतरेयोपनिषदः पारायणम् आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ॐ मनस्तावतमशान्त्यै यस्य पादनखच्छटा शरदिन्दुनिभा भाति तं वन्दे नीलचिन्मणिम्। ॐ अथ श्रीऋग्वेदान्तर्गत ऐतरेयोपनिषत् शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ वाङ्मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य माणे स्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवत्ववतु मामवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। पारायणम् अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः प्रथमः खण्डः। फ्रम् दि फोर्थ मंत्र पारायणम्। सः अस्य अयम् आत्मा पुण्येभ्यः कर्मभ्यः प्रतिधीयते अत अस्य अयम् इतरः आत्मा कृतकृत्यः वयोगतः प्रएति स इतः प्रयन्नेव पुनर्जायते तदस्य तृतीयं जन्म तदुक्तं ऋषिणा गर्भेऽनुसन् अन्वेषाम् अवेदम् अहं देवानां जनिमानि विश्वा शतं मा पुर आयसीः अरक्षन् अधः शेनो जवसा निरदीयम् इति गर्भे एव एतत् शयानः वामदेव एवमुवाच स एवं विद्वान् अस्मात् शरीरभेदात् ऊर्ध्व उत्क्रम्य अमुष्मिन् स्वर्गे लोके सर्वान् कामानाप्त्वा अमृतः समभवत। ओम शांति शांति शांति। अथ अध्ययनं तृतीयोऽध्यायः तृतीयो मन्त्रः। चैंट द थर्ड मंत्र। ओम एष ब्रह्मा एष इन्द्रः एष प्रजापतिः एते सर्वे देवाः इमानि च पञ्चमहाभूतानि पृथ्वी वायुः आकाशः आपः ज्योतिंषीति एतानि इमानि च क्षुद्रमिश्राणि इव बीजानि इतराणि चाण्डजानि च चारुजानि च स्वेदजानि च उद्भिजानि च अश्वा गावः पुरुषाः हस्तिनः यत्किञ्च इदं प्राणिजङ्गमं च पतत्रि च यच्च स्थावरं सर्वं तत्प्रज्ञानेत्रं प्रज्ञाने प्रतिष्ठितं प्रज्ञानेत्रो लोकः प्रज्ञाप्रतिष्ठा प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्म। Friends, our goal is the prajnanam brahma, not the prajnanetra prajnana. Okay, we are not interested in the conditional brahman. Even the sakshi brahman bhi nahi. The sakshi brahman is the intermediate stage to come out of all that which is projected in this world. But even the sakshi is relative because he is seeing something. Our goal is pure prajnana swarupa brahma. What is said as satyam jnanam anantam brahma, in that way definition in Aitareya, here it is called as prajnanam brahma. So pure prajnanam alone is brahman, which is our own atman. Brahman, because from the totality standpoint it is said, within us it is called as atman. That prajnana rupi atman is the one with which we have to identify. This is how our these adunatana sadhakas, rishis, shishyas, bhaktas, vairagins, mumukshus, jignasus came to know. Now, one important thing is what? The whole world, whatever we see, is the expression of this Prajnanam Brahma only. Nothing is other than him. But they are all conditional expressions. Therefore, the moment we say condition, we are bound. Therefore, Even though everything is divine, but pure divine alone, to begin with, we have to identify. Thereafter, any play we do, it won't be the samsara. Like the parents tell the children, पहले खाना खाओ फिर खेलने जाओ. Hmm? See how kind she is. पहले खाना खाओ उसके बाद फिर खेलने जाओ. थोड़ा आराम करो फिर जाके काम करो. A good advice by the elders. Same way, first recognize the prajnanam brahma, then let us see. If through the study of our shastras, as we are doing from 4 5 years, if this thing happens in us, कि पहले परमात्मा को पाएंगे बाद में देखेंगे, then we are really growing, we are really blessed, we are thinking in right track, our decisions are correct. Same thing translated on everyday basis is what we saw just now in the introduction, कि पहले sadhana, then only obligations. पहले sadhana, that is the main duty. Then only other duties. That's the meaning of Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja every day. So my first 4 5 6 hours of the day are for my sadhana. Slowly keep on increasing them. And one day you discover what the world is more happier without us. And we are also very happy without the world. This achievement is the highest achievement. World is more happy without us because we are not worldly, no? We are spiritual. Being spiritual, how can you go into the world and entertain the people? You know, you can't go with your children with chaddi penke for swimming and taking bath in the beach, etc. Now, वहाँ जाकर आप ध्यान में ही बैठोगे, then they won't want you. They only want money from you, not you. Give them money, let them go. And you are all also happy coming to the class and sitting here and meditating, isn't it? That day is a golden day when this is recognized. Nobody wants me, hurrah! And I also want no one other than God. What a discovery, what a freedom it is, no? Just imagine that state of being. And it's a fact. We're not realizing it. That's what delusion. We think the world is important to us and we think we are important to the world. इससे बढ़कर कोई माया ही नहीं. And we try to maintain this stupid thought. Every moment, every day we are proved. We are proved to be wrong. We are failed. दुनिया में याद रखना, how many crore going to Ram Mandir, Balaji Tirupati Mandir, Mata Rani Mandir, how many out of those crores, how many want the God, how many want the things from the God? And how many want the God? Zero, because those who want the God, they don't go to the God. They are so intense in their sadhana, wherever they are, God comes to them. All others go to the God to get something from the God. अब भगवान से लोग कुछ लेने जाते हैं, not out of their love for him. How come you imagine that the world is with us for our sake? They want only something from us. Not they want us, which is true. Like we don't want anyone. We want things from them. We are also same selfish people. Atmanastu kame sarvam priyamavati. When we study the Maitreya Brahmanam, that time we see in Brahmaneka, very clearly these things are mentioned. By the way, recognizing that state we are talking about. Okay, now the last pair of this third mantra. Now coming to the topic is ki that one prajnanam alone with different conditions of these is called as this. When the whole world is observed, seen at the time of the world's perception. When you realize the Brahman, everything is Brahman. Even after that, that Brahman alone, through the Ananta Shakti, expresses to manage the world. That's the topic we are in the discussion yesterday. Okay. Sa eshaha. Sorry. Tadetat pratyastimita sarva upadhi vishesham. That Parabrahman, Prajnanam Brahma is pure Prajnana. Sarva Upadhi Vishesha is gone away from it. Even the Sakshi Upadhit also is not there in him. He is a pure Prajnana Swarupa. Okay? Saha tadetat pratyastamita sarva upadi vishesham. Now be attentive. Because of this being so, it is Niranjanam, it is Nirmalam. It is Nishkriyam, it is Shantam. It is Ekam, it is Advayam. Niranjanam, not stained by anything outside. There is nothing outside of it. So to Nirmalam, not impurified from within, because there is nothing other than him even from inside. Nishkriyam, to do the Kriya, there should be upadhis, instruments, there should be a purpose, etc. In that infinite pure self, Kriya ka sambhavana nahi hai. These are all the words whose meaning when we have in the mind, when we reach the self, we will be referring these words there. Are these words fulfilled there? Understood? Then, yeah, this is the state. Then we have reached it. Nishkriyam. Then Shantam. It is a peace, eternal peace. Ekam. Such thing is one only. Advayam without second. Now see, what we have to grasp through the study of the entire Shastras is what we are in the world right now is exactly opposite to these words. And we have to recognize that in this world, because of this only, there is misery. Like instead of Advayam, there is Dvaitam. Instead of Ekam, there is Anekam. Instead of Shantam, there is Ashanti. Instead of Nishkriya, continuously Kriyakaram. क्रियाकर्म होने तक क्रियाकर्म करते रहते हम. फिर उसके साथ निर्मलम, full of mala inside, and anjanam, no niranjanam. Anything we see outside, anjanam. Immediately that stains us. ऐसे कोई देख कर छोड़ते ही नहीं हम किसी को, कोई चीज, कोई ना कोई उसके ऊपर कमेंट कर ही लेते हैं, कोई ना कोई उसका इंप्रेशन वासना बना ही लेते हैं. That's called anjanam. Lepanam nirmala means from inside the mind. Always the rajoguna mala of kamadi, tamoguna mala of the nidradi, mohadi. Isn't it? We are in this. That is what is jiva. That's the suffering. The pure prajna rupa brahma में ये सब नहीं होने के कारण there is no dukkha. That's why it's called freedom from dukkha. And the freedom from dukkha and freedom of happiness. Complete happiness. Freely happy we are there, freely miserable we are in this samsara. So, this is what is the 6 words for the Paramatma Anubhuti are given. And the main one is Prajnanam. Okay. How that is discovered is Neti Neti iti Sarva Vishesha Apoha Samvedyam. These 6 words को पकड़कर हम इसके opposite जो भी है उन विशेषों को अपोहन करते करते we reach to that. So Sakriya, the go on rejecting all Sakriya, you reach to Nishkriya. Whatever is Samala, you go on rejecting, you go to the Niramala. Reject the Ashanta, we reach the Shanta Sthiti. Okay, in this way, Sarva Vishesha Apoha Samvedya. See, this is what the exercise same given by the Varuna Rishi to Bhrigu is son in Aitareya, 3rd Bhrigu. 3 things he gave this time. Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayantyapi samvishanti tad vijgnasasva tad brahmeti. She gave 6 things: annam, pranam, chakshu, shrotro, mano, vacham. Then he gave 3 principles. Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayantyapi samvishanti. That from which all beings are born, and all born beings are maintained, and all dissolve into. That is what is Brahman. Because the son asked, he teach me Brahma. He said Brahma cannot be taught. You have to know him by Jignasa. I can help you in 2 ways. One is I will give you 6 places where you search for Brahman, and 3 means to search. The means are these 3. That from where everything comes. Then he thought, Annam Brahmeti Vijanat. Why? Annadeva Khali Imani Bhutani Jayanti, Annena Jatane Jayanti, Annam Prayante Visamvishanti. Therefore, Annam Brahmeti. Then he came back. Father said, no, no, no. He himself had a doubt. Anna is an object. No, it is modifying. How can it be Brahman? Then he went to father and said, I discovered Annam as Brahman. Father did not say, कि ये Brahman है. नहीं नहीं नहीं, what the point is not correct. You try again. Then he went and Prano Brahmeti Vejanat. Finally came Anandam Brahmeti Vejanat. He did not come to father because he discovered. Saisha Bhargavi Varuni Vidya Parame Vyoman Patishtita. Wonderful it was. 7, 8 times we have to study every Upanishad with Bhashyam for having the whole flow of the thought in our understanding. Then the meditation is so beautiful. We have only gone through one round in last 4 years with all patch, disturbances, distractions, irregularities in the thought flow, I am saying. That's how the first round, ऐसे होते हैं हम सब बच्चे हैं इसमें. Here also, प्रत्यस्तमित सर्व विशेष बताकर नेति नेति के द्वारा सर्व विशेष अपोह. With that prajnanam brahma is samyak vedyam, very well knowable, known, understood, experienced. But remember, sarva pratyaya shabda pratyaya agocharam. It is not an object of the shabdas as well as the thoughts, vrittis. It is too subjective than these two. Anything comes under shabda or vritti, it is not Atman. Therefore, even Shabda and Vritti, when Neti Neti kar doge, then the pure prajna. It's all theory to be done on the seat of meditation, practical. Spirituality is more practical than theoretical when we want to experience. If the experience ka desire strongly nahi hua, spirituality is only theory like we are doing every day. बैठे रहते घंटे, पढ़ते हैं, कुछ करते नहीं. That's why the दक्षिणामूर्ति भगवान ने कहा कुछ नहीं पढ़ाना, तो बैठ बैठ कर मौन में रहो, सब हो जाता है. There's no teaching at all in दक्षिणामूर्तिस. They just did नेति नेति inside, हो गया. ठीक है. Now that prajnanam brahman alone, which is becoming prajnanetram, then becoming the chitta vrittis, indriyas capacities, and seeing the world. Who is the one doing? Prajnanam Brahma only. Slowly coming down to that level for the sake of play, of seeing the world, playing with the world. Just for the entertainment. Not to create samsara as we create. Everything in the world is play. शादी करो प्ले है, नहीं करो प्ले है, करके तलाक करो प्ले है, बच्चे हुए प्ले है, नहीं हुए प्ले है. एवरीथिंग इज खेल है वो, बस उसमें कोई सीरियस नहीं होता. वी मेक एवरीथिंग सीरियस. Non making serious is not insincere again, not irresponsible. So that prajnanam brahma, now one by one thing. First, atyanta vishuddha prajna upadi sambandhena. Atyanta, extreme, vishuddha, purer than the purest. Prajna is the upadi. Pure prajna is the upadi. Sambandhena, what he appears as Sarvajnam and Ishwaram. He is called Sarvajna and he is Ishvara. Who is Sarvajna and who is Ishvara? Parabrahman alone, Atyanta Shuddha Prajna Upadi. Not Prajnanam Brahma Vala, Upadi Rupa Prajna. And as that Upadi Rupa Prajna, where is called Sarvajna and Ishvara, what is his functioning? Dekho, Sarva Sadharana Avyakruta Jagat Bija Pravartakam. Sarva Sadharana Avyakruta Jagat Bij Pravartakam. So Jagat, very gross manifested. Before that, the subtle manifested. Before that, Bij. So Jagat ka Bij, जो व्याकृत means expressed नहीं है, therefore अव्याकृत है, in the unmanifest stage. At that unmanifest stage, Sarva Sadharana. Everything is unison. There is no differentiation done in it. Sarvasada, like we can say wood piece, Sarvasadharana it is. But within that wood piece, there is bija in an Avyakrita form. When it is manifested as Vyakrita, that wood piece can take 100 shapes. Isn't it? You can make a table, you can make a stool, you can make a window, you can make a chair, you can make a door, you can make any of the lakdi wale. How many things are there in it as the bija rupa? Avyakrita. Like the water. Sarva sadharana jagala. But in that, the avyakata roop mein bij hai. It can be appearing as bubble or ripple or the wave or form. How many things it can appear as? So that stage of the upadhi of the avyakrutata, which is sarva sadharana, and which is the bija for the would-be jagat. That upadhi is sarvagnatva upadhi. That upadhi is called ishwaratva upadhi. Okay. And then at that time, pravartakam niyantrutvat. From that level, he is the niyanta of everything. Because every gross subtle manifests from the causal avyakruta only. उस तरह से वो नियंता ईश्वर बनते. ईश्वर वही इज नियंता बिकॉज ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड. बीज इज विद हिम. जहां बीज हो तो वही नियंता है. लाइक कौन सा ट्री आने वाला है इज इन दैट सीड. सीड इज द नियंता. हाउ मेनी ब्रांचेस, लीव्स, एवरीथिंग इज देयर इन द सीड. लाइक ए human body, animal body, or any insect or any microorganisms. The first what they do when they have to discover the antibiotics, they decode all its whatever thing. I don't know इतना बड़ा होता हो, मैं तो नहीं पढ़ा हूँ, idea there. That differentiates it from the other. Then what is the antibiotic for that? The bija of everything is that way in the control of Lord. Therefore, he is Niyanta. And as a Niyanta, beautiful thought is Nirantrutvat Antaryami Sanyam Bhavati. He is called as Antaryami. Now we are given now definition of the Antaryami. So the gross world, the subtle world, the Bija Sthiti, and of this Bija, the Ishvara is Niyanta. That Niyanta Ishvara is Sarva Antaryami as well as Sarvagnya. And at that level, Shuddha Prajna Upadhi. So the Parabrahma, Prajnanam Brahma, with the Shuddha Prajna Upadhi, he is called Sarvagna Sarveshwara. At the functional level, he is an Antaryami, in which he is the Niyanta of everything because the Bija of everything is in his control. So, Tad Atyanta Vishuddha Prajna Upadhi Sambandhena Sarvagnyam Ishwaram Sarva Sadharana Vyakrita Jagat Bija Pravartakam Niyantrutvat Antaryami Sanyam Bhavati. Because being Niyanta is called Antaryami. This is called, today we are talking to our youth in Gita. Mama Yonir Mahad Brahma Tasmin Garbham Aham Dada Sambhava Sarvabhutanam Tato Bhavati Bharata 14th chapter. ठीक है. तो भगवान के ना पूरे जगत के बीजावस्था में जब उनके कंट्रोल में होता है वो इज कॉल्ड एज सर्वज्ञ ईश्वर अंतर्यामी. नो तदेव द सेम उपाधि व्याकृत from the unmanifest it came to not grossly but subtle manifested. Vyakruta जगत बीज भूत. जगत बीज थोड़ा सा वो नेक्स्ट लेवल में आया है. बुद्धि आत्मा अभिमान लक्षण हिरण्यगर्भ संज्ञम भवति. From the unmanifest vasana sthayi or bija sthayi, when the buddhi sthayi means antakarana sthayi means sukshma sthayi, when that upadhi got expressed to this Ishvara wielding that one is now called as the Hiranyagarbha. Prajnanam Brahma only. But Ishvara Antaryami earlier with the Karana Upadhi Samashti level mein, himself is called as the Hiranyagarbha with the Sukshma Upadhi Samashti mein. दो बातें हो गए. तदेव ही अलोन अंतर अंड उद्भूत, अंतर अंड उद्भूत प्रथम शरीर उपाधिमत. You know, before that Sharira was not there. That's why the Virat Purusha is Prathama Shariri. Prathama Sharira Upadhimat Virat Prajapati Sangyam Bhavati. Prajapati, a Virat Purusha, he is called. Who is the one in this very Upanishad? It is said, no, he from the Jala, he has taken the mud, then it was in the Andakara. अप टू जला मतलब अग्नि से जल से शेप होता है लेकिन नॉट एज सॉलिडली एज इन द पृथ्वी और द मड और मैटर. तो व्हाट इज सेड देयर, व्हाट इज सेड हियर व्हेन यू रिलेट बोथ ऑफ देम कि द प्रथम शरीर इज विराट पुरुष समष्टि लेवल में. उनसे पहले जो हिरण्यगर्भ था वो स्थूल नहीं सूक्ष्म था. उनसे पहले जो अव्यक्त ईश्वर है वो तो कारण स्थाई में है. That is why specifically said Tadeva Antaranda Udbhuta Pratama Sharira Upadhimat Virat Prajavati Sanyam Bhavati. He himself, when he is identified the Pratama Stula Sharira at the Samishti level, called as Prajapati or Viratu. So Virat Purusha, Hiranyagarbha and Ishvara. Very clear. कारणोपाधि से ईश्वर हो गया, सूक्ष्म उपाधि से हिरण्यगर्भ हो गया, स्थूल उपाधि से विराट. सेम थिंग एट द इंडिविजुअल लेवल इन मांडुक्य विसा. It is the Vishwa, the Stula Sharira Tadhatmya, the Jiva called as, with the Sukshma Sharira is called Taijasa, with the Karana Sharira, Avyakta Upadhi, Avidya Upadhi is called as Prajna. Who Parabrahman only because of referred through conditions is named in these many ways because we are seeing all of that. When you transcend all it and see Parabrahman, he alone will be there. ये सब नहीं होंगे. नहीं होंगे means individually, independently, other than Brahma नहीं होंगे. है ना? When you see the pot, you don't remember mud. Pot alone is real. But when you take that part to the mud from where it is made, then you'll just establish the Karakarana Mimamsa. Then you know from the mud only the pot came. Then after having this knowledge, you will see in the pot also nothing but the mud. Then what will happen? Pot is used for Vyavahara without missing the substratum of it that it is mud. Earlier, only pot is real, mud is never remembered. Right now, whole world of names and forms, Stula, Sukshma, Karana are real, nothing called as Parabrahman. But when we reach to the Parabrahmanubhuti and see, when you see the mud and then see the pot, pot is seen, used, but not as other than mud, independent than mud. No. So to the Jagat Vilakshanam Brahma, Brahmanonyana Kinchana, Brahma Anyat Bhati Chet Mithya. What is Mithyatva of the Jagat? That it is other than Brahman. Asatyatva Jagat. Otherwise, as Brahman, the whole thing is Jagat, everything is Paramatma only. Other than the gold, the ornaments are unreal. But as a gold is expressing as ornaments. That's what is state of realization. तो ईश्वरा हिरण्यगर्भ विराट का हो चुका है. नो नेक्स्ट वन तद उद्भूत अग्नि आदि उपाधि मत. तद उद्भूत फ्रॉम दैट विराट पुरुष उद्भूत नो मुखम निरविद्यत मुखाद अग्नि देन चक्षु निरविद्यत चक्षुषः आदित्यः देन श्रोत्रम निरविद्यत श्रोत्राद दिग्देवता Nasika Niravidhyeta Dasam Ashwinau. We have seen that now in the yesterday day before chanting in the first chapter third khanda. देखा है ना हमने कि from that Murti Rajayata one Anga started coming. From that each of the Adhisthana Devatas were coming. So all the Adhisthana Devatas who were coming out of that Virat Deha, they are also Tad Udbhuta Agnyadi Upadimat Devata Sanyam Bhavati. All the Devatas are again that Akshara Prajnanam Brahma only. Expressing as those Devatas. Next one is what? Tatha, finally. Tatha विशेष शरीर उपाधिषु अपि. ये अभी तक जो बताया है समष्टि में. Now within the samashti, the vyashtis are there, which are called as vishesha sharira upadishu. Which are there? Ki brahmadi stamba paryanteshu. Right from Brahmadeva up to one stamba. Stamba means one cell organism in the living beings of those things. Stamba also means one blade of grass. Okay. वृक्ष दृष्टि से देखो तो स्तंभ मीन्स वन ब्लेड ऑफ ग्रास, छोटा सा blade of grass, very small it is coming out of the earth. Stamba also means one cell organism, the bacteria, the amoeba, whatever. Brahma says Stamba Parentak, all the Vishesha Upadhi, Vishesha Sharira Upadhishu. In all that Vishesha Sharira Upadhiyo may be, Brahmadi Stamba Paryanteshu, in Brahma to the Stamba, Tattat Nama Rupa Labha Brahmanaha. Of that pure Prajnanam Brahma only, all of those are expressions. Therefore, everything in this world, living, non-living also, has Brahman in them as an individual. That's why we salute the mountain. For us, the Hindus, there is a mountain Adhisthana, Devata is there, Brahman expressing there, doing that function. He is to be there like that, therefore he is there like that. Otherwise, this Sharira is that mountain mud only. कोई फर्क नहीं ना इसका उसका. तो इसमें परमात्मा चैतन्य और क्रिया के रूप में व्यक्त हो रहे, उसमें नहीं हो रहे. इसका अर्थ नहीं कि वो नहीं है, वो है. Therefore, for a Hindu Sanatana Dharma, there is nothing jada. Everything is Paramatma. And that's why from that jada, Paramatma appears also for those who do that intense upasana. इसलिए all the Murti pujas. You know, in our Sanatana, Murti puja kya hai? Only to bring to our deep intellectual understanding that nothing is jada, everything Paramatma. Paramatma, Satta, Chaitanya appearing like that for that particular utility. लाइक बैठ के लिए कुर्सी चाहिए या टेबल, इसलिए भगवान प्लास्टिक के रूप में वहां व्यक्त है. So in the plastic, in the everything there is Brahman only, but not manifesting as life, not manifesting as intelligence. Simple. Is the chair existing? Yeah. Are you conscious of it? Yeah. Bas. Existence, consciousness is Brahman is supporting that chair also. But only Satta Pradhana. In us, Satta Pradhana, Chitta Pradhana, Karma Pradhana, in so many ways Paramatma expresses. So, Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha, Virat Purusha, Adhisthana Devatas, and any of the Vishesha Sharira Upadhi from Brahma to the Stavara, in all of them who is expressing is Brahman only, Prajnanam Brahma only. But that Prajnanam Brahma in our Hridaya we have to discover first. Then what is said now will be proved to our own experience, in our own experience to ourselves. Okay. In this way, Brahmadistamba Paryanteshu Tattat Nama Rupa Labha Brahmana. Now, Tat Eva Ekam Sarva Upadi Bheda Bhinnam Sarvaihi Pranimihi Tarkikahi Cha Sarva Prakarena Nyayate Vikalpyate Cha Anekadha. See, by the Tarkikas, the logicians, and also by Pranis. Tarkik means वो लोग कुछ रीजनिंग बोलते जाते, लॉजिक बोलते जाते. So, Pranibhi, all Pranis, you and I, Tarkikas, who are analyzing the philosophy or the truth, for both of them be attentive. Tadeva ekam sarva upadi bheda bhinnam. That one Parabrahma Paramatma who is one without second and who is something other than all these Upadhi Vedas, he alone, by all the Pranis as well as by Tarkikas, Sarva Prakarena Jayate Vikalpate. Nyayate. It is known in the form of so many things and they accept those different expressions as real and true, and other than that one Paramatma. Jnayate vikalpyate. They accept and they live life on the basis of as if they are really apart from each other and other than the Brahman. That's the cause of entire samsara. सर्वोपाधि भेदविनम सर्वै प्राणिभिः तार्क्यश्च सर्वप्रकारेण ज्ञायते विकल्प्यते च अनेकधा. It is seen as many, accepted as many. Otherwise, the reality is what? As it is quoted in Manusmriti, एतम एके वदन्त्यग्निं मनुम अन्ये प्रजापतिम इंद्रमेके अपरे प्राणम अपरे ब्रह्म शाश्वतम. Someone call it as Agni, somebody call it as Manu Maharaj, somebody call him as Brahma the Prajapati, somebody call him as the Indram, अपरे प्राणम कोई हिरण्यगर्भ कहते हैं, then अपरे ब्रह्म शाश्वतम, somebody say he is the शाश्वत परब्रह्म. Ityadya Smriti. Like that, there are so many Smriti Granthas alone. So, the Parabrahma Paramatma alone, with his own Maya Shakti Upadhi, which is coming in different grades, is seen in so many various forms and accepted also by various forms by the Tarkikas and ordinary Prani. But those who study the Upanishad, through that analyze and understand about the presence of pure Prajnanam Brahma. For them, Drushti is on Prajnanam Brahma. Others, Drushti on Prajnanam Brahma through the Upadhi. And Upadhis, which are in variety and manyness, duality, they are taken as real. When you take them as real, variety of emotions, relations come, that's called as samsara. When you take all of them as Brahman, nothing is done. You just be one with it and see it, that's it. No projection of the chitta vrittis of kleshas, all that samsara will not be there. When you see everything as the Brahman. That's why we are advised first to recognize that Prajnanam Brahma. है कि नहीं? जैसा उस दिन हमने एग्जाम्पल दिखाया कि वो हाथी के शेप में है, घोड़े के शेप में, कुत्ते के, बिल्ली के, कुछ भी शेप में है, बट इट इज ए स्वीट. And do you bother in whatever the shape it is? You are interested in the sweet. Sweet is common in all. Children fight. आजकल तो दिखते नहीं, मे भी मैं नहीं देखता हूँ. इन आवर चाइल्डहुड दीपावली का अर्थ क्या है? सारे बच्चों के गले में मिठाइयों का माला. यू नो दैट चीनी से बनते थे, शुगर से. लॉट ऑफ वी हैड. लड़ते थे उसके लिए. कोई फ्लावर्स से बनते थे, मतलब चीनी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ फ्लावर्स और इन द फॉर्म ऑफ बर्ड्स, तोता वगैरह, और इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द एनिमल्स. दे आर इंडिविजुअल भी होते थे. यू कैन बाय लाइक ए माल आल्सो. दे आर पुटिंग द गला, ईट, पूरा कपड़े सब गंदे गंदे. दोज हु सी नेम एंड फॉर्म, दोज हु सी द शुगर इन इट. थोड़ा मेच्योर्ड है तो शुगर देखता है वो, उसको फर्क नहीं पड़ता, उसको ले लेना. So to the Jnani sees the Prajnanam Brahma in everything as his own self. To the name and form, he doesn't give value because the name and form are not real independent of this substratum. Substratum I got it. In whatever name and form it is there, how does it matter? मुझे शुगर खानी है, ची मिठाई, तो किसी के रूप में, गधे के, गुल्लू के, या किसी के रूप में रहो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? That's what samadharshitvam. Like in some of the cinema dialogues, you see ना, तुम तो उस व्यक्ति के शरीर या चेहरे को देख रहे हो, मैं उसके अंदर के मन को देख रहा हूँ कि कितना अच्छा वाला है. Like when you go to interview, somebody goes, the interviewers not, they don't look only at the outer body level and their dressing and all. They look into his personality. And his skills, knowledges are seen, his liability, sorry, the what is called the loyalty and the honesties are seen. Accordingly, they either give the job or not. Spiritual seeker goes further. He sees one Parabrahma in all. Like राम जी, हनुमान जी हर जगह राम जी को देखते हैं, तो ज्ञानी हर जगह प्रज्ञान ब्रह्म का दर्शन करते हैं. So that प्रज्ञानम ब्रह्म I have to identify with. तो पूरा चीज को एक विहंग वीक्षण में देखो तो world seen by the indriyas, indriyas seen by the mana, mana is seen by the consciousness, sakshi consciousness, and there is beyond pure consciousness called as prajnanam brahma. From this side, prajnanam brahma alone, the shuddha prajnarupa upadhi is Ishvara, where everything is in avyakta bija avastha. When it has come to the sukshma vyaktikarana avastha, the prajnanam brahman alone is called as Nirandagarbha. He alone is called as Virat Purusha. He alone is called as all Devatas. He alone is called as the Sarva Vishesha Sharira Upadhi. Say, from the Brahma to the Stambha Pariyanta, all the different things are that Prajnana. Other than him, there is nothing. This we have to realize on the seat of meditation. इस बात को तैत्तरीय उपनिषद में how it was taught, where our attention is brought to the Annamaya Kosha. Then we are told there is Pranamaya, which is the Atma of the Annamaya. So our attention is on Pranamaya as real. Though the Annamaya is working, अन्नमय का स्थायी है, लेकिन वो अपने आप इंडिपेंडेंट आत्मा नहीं है. इट इज हैविंग द आत्मा इनसाइड इट एज द प्राणमय. तो प्राणमय का मनोमय, मन का विज्ञान नहीं, आनंदमय आत्मा. आनंदमय आत्मा का भी आत्मा है आनंद रूप ब्रह्म. That Brahman alone is Anandamaya, Vijnanamaya, Manomaya, Pranamaya, Annamaya, and the entire outer world. Outer world is Annamaya only. Same Pancha Mahabhuto se usi se bana. So in this way, the Prajnanam, pure consciousness, is Brahman, which alone is seen by those who have not studied these type of Upanishads. Seen by and accepted by, and as well as Vyavahar also done as if really all these names and form are real, independent. They live as if there's no Brahman at all in it. Whereas Brahman alone is there. Okay. Now one more mantra is there. When we study it tomorrow, and this Upanishad that will be over, then we will browse through the first introduction जो हमने नहीं किया, एक या दो दिन वो करेंगे हम. That's a contentment के साथ this Upanishad we put at the feet of God. Then we take up the Shvetashvatara Upanishad. It will also take time. And it is in mantra रूपा. It is good, very small भाष्य it is. तो फ्लो भी अच्छा रहेगा. लॉट ऑफ कोटेशंस ऑफ ऑल शास्त्रास, श्वेताश्वतरा एंड विष्णु सहस्रनाम. इन दोनों में बिकॉज ऑफ द वे ऑफ द श्लोकास दैट आर देयर, भगवान शंकरा कोट्स लेफ्ट एंड राइट फ्रॉम ऑल अदर उपनिषद्स एंड पुराण स्मृति. बहुत मजा आएगा उसको देखकर. लेट अस सी दैट वन. नाउ द प्रज्ञानम इज ब्रह्मा, नॉट द साक्षी आल्सो, नॉट इंडिविजुअल लेवल में अंतःकरण एंड इंद्रियास. At the total level में Hiranyagarbha, Ishvara, Virat Purusha, all the Devatas and Vishesha Shariras, every one of them is expression only. परमात्मा उन उपाधियों के द्वारा वैसे देखे जाते. Simple, mud is mud, but which mold you put it? गणपति mold comes as गणपति, है ना. चूहे का mold में लगाओ तो बाहर चूहे के रूप में आएगा. Isn't it? In that Ganapati and so same mud is there. Because of the mold it appearing. So the upadhis are only molds which are making Brahman appear in these forms. This is what we have to grasp today. Om, 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Parabrahmane Parabrahmane Shruti MAATRE Namam Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you, friends. Join in 2 minutes.